going to take me out of the.
No, okay, so now, yeah, I can see your presentation.
I can't see it.
Can you see it? So I
Okay, I
would
can see.
be, yeah.
But it is so.
This is only a file. There's only one file.
It's supposed to have like 8 pages. It's showing me 8 pages here.
You know what? Can you send it to me? Maybe I'll put it because maybe the this thing is not accepted here. But yeah,
So how
everyone
do
that is
I
please put a fire emoji so that we can know that you're here.
how do I send it to you now?
Uh, can
And
you send it
how
to
do
me? Can
how
you
do I
send it to me?
exit it now?
Don't worry. Hello, everybody. Good evening. Can you all hear me? If you can hear me, just put like an emoji or something for me to know that you're here. Can you guys hear me? Okay.
I don't know
Yeah.
how to now remove the slide from the.
I've
Okay, is
turned
the
it off.
slide off the screen now?
Yeah, I
Okay.
turned it off myself. Yeah.
Okay, I think maybe we should just go ahead without the.
Okay, okay, okay. That's fine.
Okay, so hi everybody. Okay, I can see comments now. Hey
Yay.
guys, welcome to today's class. Like she rightly introduced, my name is Omene Faith. I'm a medical doctor, content creator, entrepreneur as well. I do quite a lot. So yeah, I was supposed to share the screen, but since I can't share the screen, I really don't know how to do all of these things. So I'm going to be reading from my phone or try to like look at the slide from my phone. So anytime I'm looking sideways, that's what I'm doing.
Are you there? You've gone off. Hello. Okay, everybody, let's hold on a bit. I think she went off. Maybe her network is bad. She'll come back soon. So you guys, she went off the call, but she's going to be back soon. Can everybody hear me and can everybody see me? Let me know that I'm not the only person that is having the issue. Okay, good. So let's hold on a bit and she'll join back. So sorry for that. Just give us a few minutes. Hello, Dr. Faye. I
Hi.
think we will just continue. Maybe I would send them. I'll find a way to get reach you. Then I can give them the file after.
Okay. Because I don't even know how I went off again. Should just give up already.
Don't give up hope.
No, I mean we should give up on the slide already.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so let's go. Like I said, my name is Faith. I already introduced myself. Yeah, we can. Okay, you can hear me now. Okay, I already introduced myself. So today I'm going to be talking about how to balance it all. So there's this would I say there's this thing where people feel like it is impossible to balance it all. First of all, I would even like to, get your opinion. Do you think it's possible to actually balance multiple aspects of life? Do you think it is possible, yes or no? Maybe I can just get one or two yes or no, just your opinion, just to I like an interactive class. Forgive me if you guys don't like talking. Okay, nobody wants to respond. So for a long time, people made it seem like you have to, fit into one box. You have to just be one thing. You have to either be a businesswoman or you're a career woman or you're in entertainment or you are just fix yourself in one box, right? But right now, that can't work anymore. Somebody said she think it is. Okay, I can see. I think it's probably the network that's making it slow. But right now, you can see that that is not completely true. You can actually do a lot of things if you are able to balance your life properly, or let me say, if you are able to schedule your life properly. So I've learned that sometimes your purpose exists at the intersection of different things. So that is why I believe that somebody can be a doctor and be a creative, somebody can be a business owner, be a creative, somebody can you can mix like different aspects of your life, right? So today I want to talk honestly. So I'm going to be honest with you guys as honest as possible while I'm sharing this. So I want to be honest and, share my own experiences on how I was able to build multiple aspects of my life. So, the good part is that the hard part and what actually makes it sustainable. So, what I'm trying to say is, I'm going to tell you the hard part and I'm going to tell you what makes it sustainable. Looking here and there is just very stressful. So the first part I'm going to talk about is who I am and my journey. So I'm just going to make this as brief as possible. So I did and decided to become a content creator. I started creating content from a place of expression because I was very talented, like in makeup artistry. I did a lot of really good creative makeup, and I felt like I can't just keep this creativity to myself. I would want to share it to the world, right? So that was how I started creating content. It was like a form of expression and like documenting my life. So I was sharing beauty initially, then I went to lifestyle, I went to fashion, then I went to lifestyle, and yeah, we're here where we are right now. So at the same time, I was in medicine. I was studying, I was working, I was navigating a demanding course with, the creative part. And over time, I realized people connected with me authentically because I had like different aspects of my lives. Okay. Because I had different aspects of life and I wasn't just a one box person. And I feel like that makes people really authentic because it makes you different from every other person. There will be nobody like you because that is like a form of authenticity. So that eventually became more than content and it became a brand, of course, and that's why I'm here. So the opportunity followed partnership, collaboration, speaking opportunities, business ideas, and a whole lot more. So one thing I've learned is that clarity doesn't always come from the beginning, like from when you start. Sometimes clarity becomes clearer as you go on the journey. So now, what started casually, I told you guys, what started casually as me wanting to document my life has turned into something intentional. So that is just like a brief history of how far we have come. So the next point I'm going to be talking on is operating in corporate plus content creation. First of all, do we have anybody in corporate?
You guys, I think her network is very bad because it's currently frozen. She's going to come back on again. I think she'll come back on again. Just give us a few seconds. Um, can you guys just hold on a bit? I'm trying to reach her. Like I said, I think her network is very bad. So let's just hold on a bit. So sorry, guys.
Can you guys hear me now?
Can hear you. Can hear you. It was frozen. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, I can.
Okay.
So the next point is operating in corporate plus content creation. So I asked if there's anybody that's in corporate and in the content world, or anybody that has like two different aspects of their life. Anybody? I guess the network is so. The comments are very slow. I don't know if I would ever
What they
get
are
it.
commenting is what the network is bad.
What was what you guys were commenting when I was not here? Okay. So I think one of the biggest misconceptions that people is that people cannot have separate words, like I said initially. So people think professionalism means be professional. I wanted to ask somebody that, okay, student and a content creator. Okay, have anybody told you that, oh, can anybody tell from you being a student that you're a content creator? Has anybody told you that, oh, you're a content creator when you are in school, when you're not creating content, somebody that doesn't know you from anywhere? Has anybody ever told you that, oh, you're a content creator? Like anything that you have done, somebody just see you randomly and say, oh, you're a content creator. Has anything like that happened to you before? Okay, it's because most times people feel like, initially, me, let me give myself as an example. So when I was starting off with content creation and medicine, people used to tell me that, oh, because of content creation I was going to fail, because it would take my attention, because it would, make me ignore other important things. Some people just felt like, as a doctor, you're not supposed to be a content creator. Okay, somebody said content creator and product manager. Some people just feel like, as a medical student, you're not supposed to be a content creator. They don't align. You're not supposed to be in other places. They don't align. Like a businesswoman now, they'll be telling you, as a businesswoman, focus on your business. You shouldn't be doing this. But of course, right now at this age, it looks like a normal thing, but it wasn't like this normal initially. Yes, nursing and content creation. Okay, great. Yeah, okay. So the what I'm trying to say is that if you are in different aspects of life, every aspect shaping you to be a better person. So I always say this, that medicine is one of the reason students, content creator, and project manager. Okay, great. So I always say this, that medicine is one of the reasons. Medicine is what taught me consistency. Like in medical school or as in medical career, forgive me for always talking about medicine or medical. Just try and put it in like your own different areas in your own life, even if medicine is not it. But I'm just trying to explain so that you get it correctly, you understand me better. So people usually think that I like I was saying, medicine taught me different things. Content creation has taught me different things. So medicine gave me that consistency and discipline. As a medical student, whether you are in the mood, whether you're not in the mood, whether you just failed, whether you do not just fail, whether you are tired, whether you're not tired, you must do the work. Do you understand? You must do the work. So that taught me resilience, that taught me consistency, because you must show up. If you are the one on call, it is so bad that sometimes even when you are sick, you still have to show up. You understand me? So that taught me resilience. And on the other side of content creation, you are really not taught, like people just see content creation as a relaxation, job, like a cool job. You just relax. You just, bid the price and you are not doing a lot of work. That's what people assume content creation looks like. But you and I know that content creation, people that are in content creation, you know that it is not just a chilling profession. Should I call it profession? Path. Let me call it path. It's not just a chilling, it's breaking. Am I breaking? Am I breaking? Can you guys hear me? Oh God. I have to text her. Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? Oh my God. Okay, she said yes, ma. Okay. Please, our convener, please, can you just stay on the line? So when I say, can you hear me, you just respond to me immediately, so I know that we're following, so I don't waste time, please. So another thing that medicine taught me is responsibility and empathy. And this is something that content creation and this is something that content creation will not teach you, right? Content creation or business might not teach you empathy, but in my career, medical career, I have empathy. That's why sometimes when people reach out to me, I'm just like willing to help, someone else. So another thing that my medical career taught me is high stake on decision making. Okay, I'm not breaking. I don't even know. I don't know if to even our convener, can you just be around, please? So when I say, can you hear me, you will be the solid voice, because these messages, I think they are coming later than, oh yeah, responsibility and empathy. Okay, we're right on track. So another thing is, decision making. Another thing is credibility and authority. So when we talk about building a personal brand, I was teaching last week about building a personal brand and having authority over your audience. Authority over your audience in a good way, not like in a negative way, right? So medicine already gave me that authority. Like in the hospital, I am the highest authority when maybe my senior colleagues are not around, maybe other senior doctors are not around. I am an authority to the nurses, to the other health care workers. So I already have that authority mindset in me. I don't know if you guys are getting what I'm trying to say. That has already been instilled in me. That has already did my career has already taught me all of these things. So now taking it into content creation, it just makes it easy. I'm trying to tell you guys the advantage I've gotten from medicine and content creation. Now, content creation has taught me storytelling and communication. Most times in medical school, yeah, you have to learn how to communicate. Another thing, confidence, right? But that same career can taunt your confidence and your communication skill, because you are so scared to say the wrong thing. You are so scared to fail. In fact, medicine make you feel like you are less adequate, because there's always somebody ahead of you. Your senior doctors are always telling you you can fail just one thing, and they'll use that just one thing you failed to like tell you you are not good enough. Medicine has a way of telling you this and that, telling you you can be so good and fail some exams. It just makes you feel less of yourself. But content creation, on the other hand, is going to make you feel like you're on top of the world. When you see people celebrating your creativity, you feel so good. And that's one of the best thing I would say I enjoy more in content creation, because people celebrate you. Like people literally celebrate your creativity, your thoughts, anything you say. Most of the time, people celebrate you if you have been able to build a good audience. Even if you have not like built an audience, if you say something, if you do or say something worth celebrating, you would be celebrated. Do you understand? So another thing that content creation gave me is visibility, a personal brand, audience connection, entrepreneurial skill. So all of these things. So imagine you being a doctor and being a content creator, you have an advantage because you get the opportunity to learn all of these things and you bring it together. And I feel like it makes you an amazing person and a very authentic person, different from every other people. So what I'm trying to say is that people connect with people being professionals, because there's this authenticity, there's this difference that it makes. So next slide is the honest reality. So I'm going to be talking about balancing medicine and, for me, content creation, or balancing whatever it is, every aspect of your life. So if you know me, I actually do love fitness as well. I love sports. I love to play tennis. I love to go to the gym. I love movement. So that is also an interest of mine. Then there's medicine, then there's business, then there is content creation. So there's a lot of things I have so much interest in that I like to be involved with. But the truth is, balance is not giving everything your 100%. That is the honest truth. People feel like balance means everything is 100, 100, 100, 100, 100. But in the real sense, balancing everything is not 100% all round. So building multiple things actually costs you things. Number one thing I'm going to say is it costs you time. Yes, building multiple things costs you time. And that's why, as a multi passionate person, as somebody in different areas of life, you cannot constantly be comparing yourself with other people that are just facing one thing. You cannot be comparing your life, your results to people who are just facing one thing, because yours consumes more time, right? So it costs you your comfort as well, because time that you're supposed to be resting, time that you're supposed to be sleeping, you are sacrificing to make sure that you meet other aspects of your life. So I would say this as an example. When I talked about time, you cannot be going out as much as somebody who is just, for example, I'm a medical student, I'm a content creator. You can't expect me to be going out, going clubbing, going partying as much as somebody who is just a medical student is doing, right? Because that time that they're using to go clubbing is the time you are supposed to be using to create content, or you should be using to create content, so that you can have content and so that you can go to school the next day. But imagine I'm now going to club, and I know that I have content to create and I have school to go to tomorrow. You can't meet up. So that's what I mean when I say it costs you time. One of the things I had to learn, or I had to discipline myself with, is I had to stop watching movie, because if my mates are watching movie, they are using it to cool off from the stress of medical school. Me, I'm using content creation to cool off from the stress of medical school, even though it is still work as well. So imagine I had to watch movie, I had to be creating content, and I still had to be going to school. What do you think that is? That is a distraction. That is a distraction from the main purpose. So that's how it feels, or that's how it should be when you are doing multiple things. You have to manage your time efficiently, and you do not have to compare your time and your life to other people. So I said comfort. Of course, time you should be sleeping. When I was in medical school, I create content at midnight. Even when I was working, like currently I'm not working as a doctor, but when I was working as a doctor, I would come back. Okay. Point. I thought it was. So, like I was saying, when I come back from work, nights, because that's the only spare time, nights that I'm supposed to be sleeping, I'll be using it to create content or maybe edit video. That is the comfort. It's going to take away your comfort. It's going to take away your sleep sometimes. Yes, it's take away sleep, sometimes immediate gratification. So when I was creating content as a medical student, I had other friends that were just doing content full time. They were growing so rapidly. Why? Because they had so much time to be fully involved in content creation, to be going out, to be doing this. But I did not have the luxury of time at that time. So there's no way I can now be comparing my own journey to this person that is going full time. Do you understand? If you are on, you can just be dropping in the chat. It makes me feel like, yeah, you guys are following, since I can't ask questions. So just be dropping anything that clocked it for you. You just put it in the comments. It just makes me feel like you are following and you are understanding what I'm saying. So yeah, immediate gratification. You have to eliminate that from your mind if you are trying to balance multiple things. So there were days I had hospital responsibility and I still had to create content. I just explained. I was exhausted, but I had to, go ahead. So the mistake most people make is thinking balance means equal attention every single day, and that is impossible. We have to understand that there are different seasons for different things. So right now, this season of my life, content creation has the highest. Okay, let me say something like an order of balancing different things is like having an order of priority. So at every season, different things are the number one in your priority, right? When I was doing house job was number one on my priority. content creation was number 2. Right now, I'm not working as a doctor. Content creation is number 1. Medical career, probably number 2. So what I'm trying to say is that you should understand there are different seasons. You cannot be, yeah, balance doesn't mean equal attention. So you cannot be 100% at everything. You have to arrange your life in order of priority. So right now, I said content creation is number 1. I'm not saying you should, neglect sleep and all of that. You should neglect other aspects of your life, but you will reduce the frequency. When I was in medical school, when it is close to exam, content creation is the last thing on my mind. Do you understand? It is the last thing on my mind. That exam, school right now is the number 1 thing. I don't know if you guys are getting me. So when I'm talking about balance, most times people just feel like I'm saying, oh, carry it in your head. Even when I'm talking about consistency, that's why you should understand that even in the content creation, aspect, consistency means different things to different people. Consistency to me right now is posting 4 times in a day, every single day. But you that is a medical student, you that is in nursing school, you that is a student, consistency for you is not posting 4 times. So don't allow anybody to deceive you. Consistency for you is what you have measured and said that this is what I can deliver. But you have to push yourself. I'm not saying, oh, you not say it's only 1 post I can make. No. There's a limit that you can do, that I believe that you can do, even with doing school. But I don't expect you to be posting 4 times in a day, or posting 3 times in a day, or posting every day as a student, right? So you need to prioritize. That's another thing. You need to prioritize what season you are in and what is most important for you at that time. So when it's not like exam season, exam is not closed, we are just starting the semester. I can, steal some weekend hours to travel, to do some things that I'm supposed to do, to shoot. Or when, just imagine exam is in like 2-3 weeks and you're talking about traveling. Now, at that time, the exam should be your priority. I don't know if you guys can understand what I'm trying to say. So the same thing for business owners. I'm using students for example, but you guys should try and understand what I'm trying to say. In your business, if you are planning a sales, or if you are planning to invest in something new, that's not the time where you now start like putting other things as your number 1. Your business should be your number 1 at that point. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that is the honest truth about the reality of balancing everything. It will cost you your time. It is not seamless. It is not as easy as you think. It is not effortless. I was making an example that currently content creation is like my number 1. I've not been to the gym in months. I'm not saying it's good. I take walks sometimes when I can. I run sometimes when I can, but it's not as pressing, as it used to be, right? So if you have a goal, that's why I believe so much in setting a goal for different aspects of your life, so that you know what you are locking in on at that point. So the next thing is what actually saves you. So yes, there are some times where everything can go, hand in hand. There's no pressing pressure at that season. Everything is just relaxed, because there are sometimes school is just chill, content creation is just chill. Maybe I have time, I can go to the gym, I can do all of that. Why? Because sometimes you set systems. If you have systems in place, sometimes it looks like everything is effortless, but you have systems that are guiding you. Because tell me, imagine I just have 24 hours in a day. I go to work from 9 to 5, and in that same day I have to create content, edit content. In that same day I have to go to the gym. Do you think it's possible? Absolutely not. It's not possible for you to do all of those things I just listed, because sometimes when you come back from work you're already tired. So what I do is systems. Oh my god, you can't hear me clearly. I'm so sorry. Okay, so you guys can be typing, right? So
Yes,
that
clearly.
you can hear me clearly.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So the next thing I was saying is what actually saves you. So what actually makes it look effortless? People tell me that, oh, Faith, you balance it like it is so effortless. No. So one very important thing is having a system, having a structure. A system is a repeated process that every time that you do it, it yields a particular result. So now I'm going to break down my own systems that I have in place, or things that helped me, to stay consistent, to actually save me time or buy me time, as people would say. So number one for me is planning. So in everything I do, I love to plan. No matter how hard medicine is, when I show up at work, people are always like, this guy, are you sure this stress is touching you? Are you sure you are this? Are you sure you are that? Because I must look good. So even fact my outfit, I will plan my outfit. I will plan my day. I will plan my content. Planning generally, planning helps in every part of your life. You need to plan. Like in a day, you should know exactly what you should be doing. That prevents you from even wasting your time, because if you don't know what you are supposed to do today, you can spend so much time doing something else that you should not be doing. So planning is important. Like I said, I would like to put it like this: plan before pressure. Because me, if I don't plan, my brain is upside down. Like the pressure, the chaos in my brain is just a lot, because there's literally a lot to be done. Anytime I don't plan, I'm always she's frozen again. Am I frozen again? Am I frozen? Okay, plan before pressure. Yeah, we're together. So plan before pressure. Okay, plan before pressure. You need to plan your day very well. So don't wait until you are overwhelmed, because sometimes honestly it can be overwhelming. So don't wait till you are overwhelmed to organize. Con- you have to organize. Okay, you have to organize before the pressure. If not, you would totally be knocked off. You will totally fall off. So for me, planning looks like planning my day, planning what I'm doing today, planning my content. So when it's time to even create that content, it's not the time I'll now start thinking, okay, oh, so what will I even create? When I want to create content, I go straight into creating content. So that's number one. Number two is batch creating. I would put it, let me remove batch creating now so it doesn't look like only content creators. Although this is my system, but I would say batch things. So if you are a business owner and you say you want to do this, for example, you want to, maybe organize your shop, you want to pack orders, you want to send an email, I would I think you should batch those things that relates to each other together, so that when you do that work, you just know that you are done with that. I don't know if that's a good explanation because everything I'm saying is content, content, content. As a content creator, same thing. You cannot be filming every day in a week when you know you have a 9 to 5, you have school, you have this, you have that. Every day you come on your ring light, you're not a serious person, because you have exams, you have other things to do. So instead of turning on your ring light every day, why don't you just take 2 hours or 3 hours, dedicate it to just create content? You can create up to like 10 pieces of content in 2 hours. Honestly, you can create 10 pieces of content in 2 hours, and you keep it, and you know that that ten self can even take you more than a week. You know that 10 you use it for so amount of time, so that you can focus on school. Like me, when I was in school, I wasn't staying in the hostel, so I stay like off campus, because I needed to decorate my space and make it look nice so that I can create, really nice content. So I would be at home weekends. Then I would sometimes, I still had a space in the hostel. So when it's close to exam, especially, I'm in the hostel. I'll be in the hostel and I'm posting on Instagram, but I'm in the hostel. Sometimes I'm in the tutorial, sometimes I'm in the hospital, but I am posting my content. Do you get? So that's like his life, it's life saving hack for me, but like that's like a time saving hack. So you want to do everything that that relates to maybe a particular part of your life, things that can be batched together, you want to batch them together and do it together. So as a business owner and a student, you can decide that okay, every Saturdays is for sending out orders. So you know that Saturday you are locked in, you are sending out orders, you are packing orders, you are organizing the store, you are doing, you understand what I'm trying to say, and you send everything out. Know that every day today you are running from class to go and pack order, you are doing from this one to the, you actually have to have a system that works for you. So I'm not saying you have to, because business some business owners here probably have like small business and you always want to um get your items across to your customers very fast, but you have to consider that you have other aspects of your life, so you need to have a structure. Maybe you can say 2 times every week we'll be doing delivery, maybe 3 times every week you schedule a particular time so that you can have other time, like time to do every other thing that you want to do. So yeah, the next one is prioritization. I already talked about this one before. So everything cannot be urgent. In every aspect of your life, there are parts or times and seasons that are urgent. It's not every time of your life that is every part of your life that will be urgent at the same time. You need to know which one is urgent. If I have exam this month, nothing is as urgent as my school. Everything can rest. There are sometimes where, of course, I won't even take any job that month because I don't want anybody to pressure me. Or even if I had taken the job beforehand and it's extended to that month, I would tell them, sorry, at this time I can't deliver. Give me till next month because I have exams and stuff. So you need to focus on what is most urgent. Everything cannot be urgent at the same time. Ask yourself, what actually moves me forward? Repeatable format reduces decision fatigue. So that is for prioritizing. You have to, always prioritize. If you are always prioritizing what is most important or what is most urgent, it saves your energy to focus on that one instead of wasting your energy on other things and you know okay, instead of wasting your time on other things, you will have like a focus. So number 4 is delegation. For me, delegation is very important. You cannot do everything. I still resound it. So I was saying last week as well in a class that I currently do not clean my apartment because I have so many things I'm doing. Like cleaning is just a waste of time for me. Time that I used to clean, I will use it to get somebody to clean the house and use that money to buy time. So even if you're a student, I'm not saying okay, go and employ people, but you have to delegate things. If you have people that can help you, people usually ask me, how do you record in the hospital? Do you use your tripod? And I'm wondering how I'm supposed to be using my tripod inside theater, inside, clinic. It doesn't make any sense. But you can simply politely ask someone, please, can you help me record? Can you help me record this? Can you help me record that? And delegating does not mean, oh, it has to be paid. Somebody just maybe assisting you to do something. You need assistance more than anybody. And that's why I always say, as somebody that has a lot to do, you should be the most upright person at your workplace so that when you need time, you should be like one of the, would I say kind now or nice? No, not nice, kindest person at your workplace. When you are free, that's what I used to do. When I'm free, I would help people. I don't mind staying extra hours at work. But when I'm not free or when I need time off, if I go ask anybody, so please can you replace me? Please can you, can we exchange calls? I don't know if you guys understand, but can we exchange duty? I usually have a lot of people say yes to me because I show up for them as well. So that's the thing about, balancing. You have to ask for help when you need help, delegate things to people to get it done. I said I don't clean, but you can decide that okay, I can't pay a cleaner right now. I'll clean just maybe once in a week or 2 times in a week at least. And if you are the only one staying at home, or if you are a student and you're the one staying in the hostel or something, you can just decide that I'll try my best not to be messy so that once, yeah, tit for tat. Thank you. So once you have time, like that Saturdays are my cleaning days, you clean properly on Saturday and then you manage yourself, till the next Saturday. No matter what happens, you know that you are not wasting your time cleaning because you have already scheduled your time. The most important of them all is that planning. If you plan properly, I honestly think that you can, do a lot of things. So still on that delegating things, AI, make use of AI. Like, you have no reason why as a business person should be doing things from scratch right now. Makes no sense. When AI can help you do maybe half of the work, and then you can use your own brain to like correct, to organize and everything. Leverage AI. You can't get staff, you can't get people, but AI can help you do a lot of things. Right now, so many people. I was just thinking a few days ago, like before many chats. I don't know if you guys know many chats. Before many chats came, you mean I have to reply all of these messages, all of these things? You can't even reply as prompt as many chats if you even want to reply. So you have to know what is, you have to learn how to use AI, because AI right now saves you so much time. Like when I was preparing for this presentation, I literally just, put the topic that I wanted to speak about on the AI app. It came up with what it wanted. I just corrected what I wanted, changed the color of the slide how I wanted it, edited it a little bit, and boom, it is ready. As opposed to taking like 4 hours to be preparing slides, or 3 hours or 2 hours, even at my workplace, because we do presentations too. I use AI to prepare my slides. It's just you being smarter. And right now, in the whole world, people prefer work done fast than done maybe very efficiently. Work needs to be done fast, and that's the era we are entering, or we are already in. So you have to, leverage AI. So the next thing is resting without guilt. So I've said a lot of working, 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 working. I work a lot. I'm a workaholic. I can be on this table throughout the day. I might not even eat anything. I'll just be working. But when I've achieved my goal, remember when I said urgency, you have to know what is urgent, right? When I've achieved my goal, I rest without any guilt. I know that this is my resting time. Remember, I told you guys about scheduling. I know that this is my resting time. When I don't have any urgent thing to do, I am seriously working out. Even though we know that working out, you have to be consistent and all. But when I have so many things to do, that's not the time to be going to the gym every day. 2 days, 2 times in a week won't hurt. 3 times in a week won't hurt. So I'm not saying just completely shut that part off. But it's not urgent. It's not urgent. So it's not urgent, so you reduce, you know your the time that you are paying, the time that you are delegating to that particular task. So yeah, you have to rest properly when you are done with your work, when you achieved most of the things that you already plan to achieve. Rest rest well. Okay, so the last part of the questions given to me was one practical thing you guys should do this week. So I really do not know how what everybody does here. That's why I wanted to have an idea on what everybody does here. But I see that we have a lot of content creators. So one thing I would say you should do this week. I don't know the level that you are on in your content journey. I think we have students as well. But the thing is, do a life audit. Most of the times we have a full life of unnecessary things. Do a life audit. Write down the answers to these three questions. I'll try and get the slide over to our convener so that she can pass it over to you guys if you would need it. But the questions are there. You can also write it if you are writing. So what is taking my energy right now? You have to take write try and find out what is taking your energy, because some of us the things that are taking our energy, okay, we have a medical sense here, hi, the things that are taking our energy sometimes are very unnecessary, so you need to cut it off, cut it off, cut it off, cut it off. Okay, the thing is, when you're working on, especially in your early 20s, when you're working up on getting something, for example, this medical student, your goal right now is to get your MBBS. That's your goal. There are some things that are unnecessary right now. So partying too much right now is very unnecessary. Some people party every weekend. That's stress. is unnecessary for you right now. Because when you graduate, when you're a doctor, there are so many parties that you go to. You self, you be the one to say, I'm tired. Do you understand? So that's why I'm saying have a life audit. So many of us spend hours maybe gossiping, going out with friends. I'm not saying it's not good, it's good once in a while, but if that is draining you, you need to cut it off. So write down the answers. What is taking my energy right now? So for this medical student, I know that school is taking our energy. Yeah, school is taking our energy. List out other things that are taking your energy. The things that are avoidable, cut it off so that you can have more time for yourself. Next question is what is giving me energy? So you need to know the things. Currently preparing for first MB. Oh, congrats in advance. Oh my god. Brings so much memories. So what is giving me energy right now? What is giving you energy? For me, then once I create content, I post, I am just so excited. It gives me so much energy. Like I don't see content creation as stress. Then it makes me so happy at some point, because I was a makeup artist as well, at some point just doing somebody's makeup makes me so excited. That gives me energy. At some point it was going to the gym, playing tennis. It gives me energy, it gives me life. So you want to know the things that gives you energy. Then the next is what is actually moving me towards my goals. I said beginner. So I said to this medical student that her goal right now is to get that MBBS. So the things that are pushing you towards that goal, I remember I said we can pursue two things at the same time, right? Just that one is more urgent and one is less urgent. So the ones that are urgent should be at the top. I'm just, trying to tell you how you structure this, because she's a medical student. She's trying to get her medical career. She can be working on, trying to grow a business on the side. But guess what? Medical school is more important, especially now that she says she's preparing for MB. Can you see what I'm trying to say? She's trying to prepare for MB right now, meaning school is her priority. So now that you know things that are draining you, things that are giving you life, and what is actually moving you forward to your goals, remove the things that are draining you, that are not moving you forward to your goals. Because I said that this medical center, what's her name? Ogechi. Let me call you your name. Ogechi is working towards getting her MBBS. What is taking her energy right now? School, right? School is taking her energy. What is giving her life? Let's assume she was like me and she's a content creator, and creating content and posting content gives her life. Creating content and posting content gives her life. Another thing taking her energy, maybe she has one bestie that is not a medical student that is always saying let's go out, let's go out, let's go out. When she go clubbing. When you are back, you are tired, you are hungover, you probably may miss class. That thing is, taking your energy. So we have two things taking our energy and one thing giving us life, right? So now, what is actually moving me to my goals? Medical school stress is moving me to my goals. So you are not removing it, you manage stress like that. But partying is not going to take you to your goals. You are going to remove it. Even as I am right now, okay, you're an entrepreneur. Okay. So she's trying to grow a business as well. So meaning business stress as well can be there, but she's not going to remove it. Why? Because she's trying to grow a business. So what is actually moving you forward to your goals? You can't eliminate them. It's the ones that are not taking you to your goals you're going to eliminate. Like the partying, you're going to remove it. Like me, I told you I remove watching movie. There are so many movies you ask me now, I will tell you that I don't know because I can't watch it. Right now I'm trying to maybe right now I'm trying to improve that a little bit. So I just see trending movies that are relating to content creation and maybe taking over the content, the social media space, because me, I'm on social media and I love to relate to what is going on. So once in a while, I think throughout this year the only movie I've seen is that Michael movie. So it is just something I've decided that this thing is going to waste my time and it's not really taking me to my goal, so cut it off, right? So that's one thing I want you to do generally. Then for content creators, I want you to plan. If you post 3 times a week, plan your content for the whole month of June. We're done with May now, so Those are the two practical things I want you to do. So if you're a content creator, you do this live audit and then you plan 30 days. Okay, let me not say 30 days because I will assume if not everybody posts every day, right? So if you post 3 times a week, create a calendar, create a plan for everything you're going to post in the month of June, because it's going to save you the stress. Anytime you want to create, you just go to check your content plan and you say, okay, let me create this today, and you have checked it off, instead of trying to think about what you are going to post, what you are going to create before you now think of it. The final thing of posting is it just is very, very time consuming, as opposed to when you say, today I'm going to plan everything. Maybe you go check all your saves, check all of the ideas God has given to you, check different things, put them together and say, okay, we have plan for the whole 30 days already. It's very time saving compared to every day you come and think, okay, oh, 11 create. That takes a whole lot of time. Okay, so yeah, I guess we are getting towards the end of the class. So you don't have to become less of yourself. You can build multiple things. You can be a creative and a professional. Yes, I said so. You can be both. You just have to know which one is more urgent at a given time and which one is less urgent. Have your order of priority. Yes, have a system, and it will be effortless. Honestly, it might not be effortless, yes, when you're putting the hard work, but from outside it will look effortless because it looks like you're present in every area of your life. But that's because you have a system that makes you present. I told you, sometimes I schedule my post like for a month, and I may even be in exam hall, I've forgotten self, this scheduled post will go live on its own. People will think, this girl, she's not even serious. But I really did not even check the phone, but the post has gone live because I had a system. So it makes you look really, efficient. It makes you look like you're present 100% in every area of your life when you are basically not. The last time I even created content was like 2 months ago, but I still have content to post. So that's what system does for you. So you can have structure and still have freedom. Yes, you can have structure and still have freedom. That's what I said just now. I had a structure, and that's why I have a post going live, even though I am I am in the middle of exam hall battling for my life, right? Somebody even met me in church. I was not feeling fine at some point. She saw me that morning. I told her how I was in so much pain. In fact, she saw how I was in so much pain. And then we left each other. She really did not call to check up on me. But that day, I ended up in the hospital. But guess what? I had a post go live. I was even dancing on the post. And then she told me that she saw the post and she just assumed I was okay. And I'm like, babe, please don't assume with my post, okay? I might literally be dying, God forbid. Don't assume with my post. Post has to go live. So it will go live, but that might not be what I'm struggling with right now. Do you get? So that's the power of structure. So you can have structure and have freedom. I can even say, let me create all the content I'm going to post in June, just like I told you. I can create all the 30 content I'm going to post in June. I can create it today, edit it maybe tomorrow, next tomorrow, before the end of the month, schedule it so that it will post every day. And I can just travel to one island and just be chilling. Nobody knows what's going on with me. So that's the power of structure. Okay, so start where you are. Remember to start where you are. Stay consistent. Very, very important. If you're trying to build a personal brand, if you're trying to build a business, if you're trying to build a relationship with God, if you're trying to pass your exam, if you're trying to, everything boils down to consistency. Very important. Yes. If you're trying to build a body in the gym, if you're trying to, consistency, very important. And trust that small actions repeatedly daily become something significant. Yes, just that's another power of consistency. Just keep showing up, just keep, if I have a bucket of water and I don't have anything like a cup here, and you have like a small cup and you're just pouring that small cup, filling the buckets with that small cup daily, 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 as opposed to just come in one day and pour a lot of water, then you now get to half of the bucket, then you don't show up again for like 1 year. That person that has been pouring small will pour and get past you and even get full and even get full and even start filling another bucket, and you that just came, put all your energy one day and disappeared. She's going to, get faster result than you. So consistency, very, very important. So should I take your questions first before I say this? Okay, so let me just say this. If you are a content creator and you are trying to, let me take your questions first. Maybe your question will even be this will be the answer to your questions. So question and answer time. Do we still have time? This our class is already long. I talk so long. So question time. Hello. Hello. Can you guys hear me? Where is our convener? Okay, please questions. Okay, so it's time for question and answer. That is the last part of my slides. These are the questions that you guys gave me to answer, or rather, these are the aspects that you guys told me to talk about. So now I think it's question and answer session if you have any questions. Okay, she said I tried auditing my life and I realized I'm always tired and nothing gives me energy. Do you think I'm the problem? What do you do for a living? Is there a way maybe the person asking the question can come on? Because these replies are going to be slow. So you are not the problem. Definitely you are not the problem. It's either you are burnt out of from something. Okay, it's not possible. It's either you're burnt out from something already going on. In fact, there's a lot going on in Nigeria right now. The economy alone self can stress you out. Like you might not be able to think properly. Okay. So I need to know what you do for a living that makes you always tired and nothing. It's either you're in a on a burnout season, you know that there's nothing that gives you energy. Okay, when I mean energy, I don't mean makes you strong or gives you makes you happy, puts you in the mood, makes you excited. That's what I mean by gives you energy. There must be something that makes you happy. Your family, playing games, singing, traveling. There should be something that makes you gives you energy. So for me, like some people will say some people their work, they are happy, gives them energy. Yeah, I'll send the slide to the convener so that she can share it to you guys. I'll send it to her. So Nazareth, you need to tell me what you do. What are you now? Sometimes there are some times of your life where you are really not excited about a lot of things. Okay, so you see that your life is already very full. You are a biochemistry student. I know biochemistry very well. It is not it is not easy. It is not easy. Biochemistry alone is a lot of stress. Okay. You're a content creator, you have a business, and you are learning about social media management. Four things are already a lot. I know you want to do a lot, but you also have to put remember that you're a student. You have to also remember that you're a student, and it is stressful already to be a student. You don't want to burn yourself out. Okay, all these things at the same time is a lot, if I'm being honest. And that does not mean that I don't believe you can do a lot. I totally believe that you can do a lot. But being a learner, being in learning stage, both in school and in another career, can be difficult when you also have content creation and when you also have a business alone. Some people, they run mad because of business alone is a lot of work. So why don't you do it like this? When you're on holidays from school, right? Remember when I said prioritize? You need to know the one that's your priority right now, because I know that your business, content creation, and school is your priority. You are learning social media management, yeah, but that is something, I think that's something you can do without right now. So don't try to give everything your 100. Do this your social media management when next you're on break in school. Try and do it when you're on break in school, so that time you can drop school, then you pick up this one, you pick up your business small small, you moving it. But right now that you're in school, doing school work classes, trying to cram this pathway, do this one, it will just be so exhausting. And I want you to balance your life in a way that every aspect comes together to make you happy. So somebody asked me, when am I in my happiest place? And I told the person, when my life is balance. Like, I'm usually not happy when one aspect of my life is sinking and the other one is, going forward. When vision career is moving forward, I'm working out, I'm eating healthy, my medical career is flourishing. When everything is just working in smooth, like not smoothly, but like, you know, together, it makes me happy. And that's because I'm interested in like every area of my life. I'm not just doing because I'm legit interested. And that thing is that you need to be interested in what you are doing. Initially, medicine, I hated medicine so much, so I saw content creation as an escape route. So that's why I said content creation is to make me happy. Do you get? So you have to organize your life, prioritize all of these things that you're doing, and you can maybe put some at 1%, some at 15%, some at 20%. What I'm saying. You cannot be burnt out. Once you are burnt out, you won't have interest for anything. And I feel like that's the stage you are in right now. I've experienced that before. When I sleep, I'm not well rested, not making me happy. Most of the time it's because you are burnt out. So while you are trying to balance a life, have a structure so that you know how much it's having priorities. Something that is not your priority, you can't be killing yourself in doing it right now. Okay. I just hope I'm able to answer that question. If I'm not, just drop a follow question. The skin literate said, "Can you be a medical student and still do very well in school? Because it can really be overwhelming." Yes, you can be a medical student and do well in school. So everybody has their own, path. So I have seen personally, I wasn't like the best in my class when I was doing content creation. And guess what? It was not because of content creation. I really did not like medicine. Yes, when I was a child, I wanted to be a doctor. But when I grew up, I saw that, oh, I love the creative side. But at that time, it was too late. Yeah, at that time, it was too late. Okay. I just had to do it. So it wasn't experience for me. And anything that is not fun for me, I don't do it from the bottom of my heart. So I was like, this thing is just too stressful. This thing is too much for me. Whether I was in content creation or not, I don't think I'll change anything like the way I was in medical school. Because yeah, I put my best. I put my effort, but does not mean I'm reading 20 hours. I'm not that kind of a girl. So whether I had content creation or not, I won't read 20 hours. I was just someone who wanted to be average in medical school. I just wanted to pass. Okay, let me put that. I just wanted to pass. But on the other hand, I know so many content creators that as medical students that are acing their exams. One came out with first class. Do you know Dara? Dara came out with first class. I think it was also the best graduating student in her class. And there are so many content creators like that. So content creation does not mean less intelligence. Does not mean this person. It's just that for me, it was never my my goal. There was a time I think I was the highest in O&G. I really loved O&G in school. I was the highest in O&G at some point. I think they were calling us for some sort of, if you get the highest at some point, they would call a meeting together and say, you guys, okay, what even happened? Maybe you should come and do one part of the exam again so that somebody can be the the best, because it just has to be just one best. And I was like, I'm not interested. They should give it to the other person. That's just me. That's just who I was. I did not ever plan or say this is what I wanted to be the best in school. No, 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 no. I had business. I grew up love the creative side. So success in my creative side was really more interesting for me than school. But yeah, Dara is a best. She graduated she was the best graduating student. She had distinctions. First, no, not first class. It's not first class semester. She had distinctions, and she did so very well in school. But it all comes to balance. If you feel like content creation is distracting you, and it's something you really want to build with, or you really want to use. In fact, right now, everybody should be a content creator. Everybody should be visible online. Imagine a day if just decided to focus on school, you would not have the platform that you have right now, or that platform that she has built right now will not be in existence. And you can imagine how amazing that platform is. I literally was just reading some reviews from one post she posted, and people, it is so helpful for a lot of people. So visibility is not a negotiable thing right now. Okay, you should be visible online. It's just that you have to have a balance. You have to have your own structure. I said it before, your own way of being consistent. If it's 3 times a week, do easy content, do easy things that will still make you consistent. You'll still be showing up, you'll still be growing even while you are doing medicine. So doing content creation with medicine does not mean that abandon medicine and then no, that's not what I mean. They can coexist, you can still excel very well in school. The Dolapo says she played tennis too. Amazing. So the next one is, okay, is it possible to actually to make sell without actually making reels, show your face? I'm shy, but I have a lot of things to put out there. My girl, I was shy too. Me speaking right now, I was shy. Like I was so shy. You have to move. I said in my last, closing statement that start with what you have. You can be shy now, you have to find a way around it. So let me say something like this. Start practicing without doing that. This is practically what I did when I wanted to start speaking. I usually do not like speaking. I was somebody that was so quiet. Even in class, I don't ask questions because I do not want to talk. I don't want to be the spotlight of the person talking. And now imagine me, I'm the one speaking to people. So yeah, I was a very shy babe, like a very, very shy babe. So you have to start from where you are. First, start practicalizing speaking, talking to your mirror. Talk to your mirror. You can even record yourself. Maybe don't post it. Just pick a topic, talk. Pick a topic, talk. The next thing you would do is pick a topic you want to speak on. Put it on ChatGPT. No, first of all, do a voice note with your voice recorder. Do a voice note with your voice recorder. Take the teleprompt, that's the text, conversion to text of what you said. Put it on ChatGPT. Tell ChatGPT to organize it for you. Bring out the final process. Start recording. When you are recording, say it line by line. Then when you edit it together. That's how I literally started talking online. I wasn't talking like most time when I record my videos, I'm not talking straight. Nobody talks straight. in their videos, like there's always this pause and stop and pause and stop. So you can be doing that. If you know that you have a lot to say, you should actually share it. And another thing is, don't be looking at people. Don't make how people do theirs make it the way you must do yours. Don't think that yours must be perfect. When you're just starting, you should not be perfect self. If you just start being perfect, people will not connect with you. People love to see that growth, when they are following somebody. Like how I'm using Adefe as an example because she's somebody that everybody here knows, right? So Adefe started with posting how much she spends in a week, posting about money and all of that. And now see where she is. You appreciate the growth more. When she started, she wasn't this outspoken, she wasn't this, confident as she is right now. But you have seen the growth, and that's another reason why people would just naturally love her, because they feel like if that Adefe then can be this now, then I can too. Do you get? So yeah, that is for the person who said. So you need to do another thing is that one type of content doesn't do well on Instagram. You won't grow and build a personal brand that way. All of this is broken down in I have a course, a cohort rather, where I teach people how to be consistent online, where I teach people how to balance, content creation and whatever they are doing with their life, especially content creation. So content creation student, content creator, entrepreneur, content creator, this, whatever you are doing. So I have this cohort where I just gather some ladies and I'll teach you personally. Then we're going to work on the you showing up consistently for a period of time together, create a plan for you, and then you start. You see that when you start, it is easy to continue. It's just because another thing is just because you have not started, you feel it's hard. When you start, nobody before you start talking off it without script, you will not know. So that's the importance of starting. So for content creators here that are find difficult to be consistent, don't even know how to build a brand, don't even know what to do, I'm going to give you guys a discount to join that cohort at the end of the class. So if you are interested, I'll send the link to the convener, and if you're interested, you can join. Like that would be very, 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 very helpful for you. That will push you, because sometimes you need that extra push that you can do it. When you're alone, sometimes you just feel, oh, let me just relax. But yeah, so Nazareth says she's burnt out. You see what I said? You're burnt out, and that's why you are telling me that you can't, you don't feel, um, you can't figure out anything that gives you energy. There must be something that brings your spark back. So, but when you're exhausted, even things that bring your spark back, you can't really figure it out, and it won't bring your spark back. You won't be excited about it anymore. So that's the disadvantage of burnout. So also in my cohorts, I'll teach you how to be consistent without burning out. Okay. So yeah. Thank you very much. I'll fix. So yeah, try and fix it. Try and not carry so much at the same time. Like I said, balance does not mean give everything your 100% at the same time. There are different times. There are different seasons of our life. There are different things that will be your priority in different seasons of your life. So you have to just know your priorities and set them straight. Flori said, how can you do well in all areas without getting exhausted and giving up? Is by having a system. So I can let me use myself as an example. So I can decide that I want to post every day for the month of June or for the month of May, but I don't have to create every day. Like even now that I am not working as a doctor, I don't have to create content every day. Like, do you want to die? Having a system is what solves it. Having a system, and the funniest thing, you can get an idea of what my system is, but my system might not work for you, so you have to create your system, right? And that's another thing do in consistency blueprint, right? Cohort. I'm going to teach you what exactly, when we have analyzed your life and seen the priority to you, because you can't compare somebody that is their goal for this month is to get 2,000 followers. You cannot, you know, equate their consistency or their work rate to somebody whose goal is maybe to just get, if I can get 10 followers this month, is good. You can't equate the work rate for both of them. For this person, content creation is the peak on the priority, on the list of their priority. For this person, maybe she has school as well, so she has exam as well, so she's saying even if I get 10 is fine. The way this person will be working is not the way this person will be working. The way I'm working now, creating content, is not how I was working creating content when I was doing my house job or when I was working. Okay, that's because the priority has shifted. So by the time you know your priority, you have arranged it, and you know your goal, and that is to know your goal, because that will know, that will actually, you understand the amount of work you have to put in. Then you know, then you will not be able to, yeah, get burnt out because you have a structure. I created, like, on my phone right now, I think I've not created for 2 days, right? 2 3 days. Last time I created was on Sunday. But I have contents that, if I don't want to create content this week, I have content to post. So maybe this is my, maybe I'm already getting exhausted. This time I can be using it because I already have content to post. So I won't get burned out. It's just like you have to select one particular day. You have to have a structure and know that this day is my content creation day. So no matter what is happening, if let today be Christmas, I don't care. I'm locking in and I'm doing the work. If you can have that kind of structure in your life, you'll never be burnt out. And then, of course, like I said, when you work, you know that you have worked hard towards something for some time. You rest. You now know that there's a chilling time. I said it in my slide. It's in my slide as well. And I said it. You should have a chilling time. Or it's not every time that you now be, I'm going hard, I'm locking. No, no. You lock in for some time, then you relaxed at some point, and bring it back. Just like that. Not that when you are relaxing, work is not going on. No, that's because you have already put in the work and now you are relaxing, work is going on, but you really do not have to be there. So that is it. Do I have any other question? Or exhausted all the questions?
Thank you so much, Dr. Faith. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Thank you so much for joining this live. And me, I've just been listening and just getting all of the information that you've been giving. Thank you so much. And yeah, we are so grateful. So I think we're done with the questions. And this was a very impactful and insightful live. I'm so sure that everybody enjoyed it. So thank you so much. And we are so grateful at Remote Worker. Have a lovely
You
day.
so you guys, any of you guys are interested in the
Yes, so please you send me the
cohort?
link and I would give it to
Yeah, I'll
them
send
in the this
in
in the
the
platform that they would check it out.
okay.
Thank you so much
All
again.
right. Can we just say like a word of prayer, very short, even though you guys cannot respond, but in Jesus' name, Heavenly Father, thank you for the life of these amazing people, amazing women, amazing young ladies who are trying to, be consistent in their life, who are trying to build their life, who are trying to build businesses, build brands, build personal brands. I pray that you help them. I pray that you direct them. I pray that you give them clarity in the mighty name of Jesus. I pray that you help them and they will not make costly mistakes that would affect their life. They will not do the wrong things at the wrong time. Give them direction, give them help, give them clarity in the mighty name of Jesus. Thank you, Lord Jesus, because after this class, testimonies will come out from this class, blessings, opportunities will come out from this class in the mighty name of Jesus. Help them to use all of the knowledge that they have learned today effectively in their life to bring positive results and outcomes in Jesus' name. Thank you, Father. For Jesus' name I've prayed. Amen. So
Thank you so much.
you guys, bye. Thank you
Amen.
so much for having me. I would send it to her and she would, and the slide as well.
Okay.
Enjoy the
Bye
rest of
bye.
your day. Bye.
You
All right, bye.
too.